Good afternoon, Saints fans, and welcome to the LAC for today's MIAA matchup between the Bruins of Park School and your Concordia Prep Saints. Before we begin, we would like to start, as we start all things, in prayer. Heavenly Father, you have created us to strive for the best. Grant to all athletes, coaches, officials, and fans strength to pursue excellence during this event and in all that we do. We pray for the safety of all participants. Protect them from injury and harm. And finally, we pray for your grace that you would provide us with the needed endurance to pursue our heavenly prize, eternal life in your Son. Amen. And now, please join me in honoring America with the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. And now for today's starting lineups. First, from the visiting Bruins. A senior, number 30, Mikhail Seifu. A senior, number 21, Paul Rogers. A senior, number 15, Sam St. John. A senior, number 12, Nathan Vicioso. And a senior, number 3, Ryan Blum. And now for the starting lineup for your Concordia Prep Saints. The sophomore, number 1, Damon Rowland Jr. A junior, number 13, Joshua King. A sophomore, number 21, Presley Prettyman III. A sophomore, number 4, Christian Okonekpa. And a sophomore, number 1, Noah Robinson.
Good afternoon from the campus of Concordia Preparatory School. We are in winter sports officially this Thanksgiving Eve. And here in Towson, Maryland, it may be 62 degrees outside, but fall is in the air, and we're going to enjoy a great basketball game this afternoon between the Bruins of Park School and your Concordia Prep Saints. I'm Peter Kauser here with AC Sports. Thankful for John, who is producing all of this afternoon, and it's going to be a great reunion for these two teams. They battled back on February 27th of this year in the MIAA Conference Championship game played at Hartford Community College at the APG FCU Arena. Say that 5 times fast. Concordia Prep won their first ever basketball championship, 72-53 over Park. In that game, Okempa had 28 as a freshman, now a sophomore, leading these Saints as they control the tip. And we are early in the season, so we're getting that shot clock reset. You heard the starting lineups a moment ago, but just to review them, Rowlett Jr., a sophomore, King, a junior, Prettyman, a sophomore, Kempa, a sophomore, and Robinson, sophomore, starting for the Saints. We'll get you the Bruins here in a minute. Prettyman with the drive and the dish and the turnover. Three officials working this game, and one of them is paying attention to make sure that shot clock gets reset. Seifu to inbound. Bruins with the basketball. Prettyman now on the drive. Flips it ahead. And the first bucket of the game, Joshua King on the feed from Prettyman. Saints are on the board. They're going to extend the defense a little bit here early. And Trapp right there at half court. St. John gets rid of it. And now they got numbers near the basket, but a quick shot, and the Saints come back the other way. Long three-pointer. Back come the Saints. Prettyman out in front of everybody. And he lays it in for 2. 4-0 early. Just over a minute gone by. That 3 is long from Paul Rogers. Left hand is no good. Saints with the rebound. Offensive rebound, put back is blocked. Going back the other way are the Bruins. .15 on the shot clock. Turn and shoot. And there is the follow. And the Bruins are on the board. Sam St. John with 2 on the putback. Snuck in there. Caught the Saints sleeping. Not boxing out. 4-2 early. Three-pointer. Count it. First 3 of the game. Noah Robinson with that trifecta, and we've got our first foul of the game. As the Bruins get ready to inbound, I'm joined by the busiest person here today, the athletic director for the Saints, Freddie Newman. We'll let you catch your breath when you got up here. How you doing today, Freddie?
I'm doing great, Pastor. It's great to be up in the booth for once. A little bit of a dream of mine, so I'm happy to be here with.
Did you not get on here at all hardly last year?
I never was really able. I think I maybe
gosh.
said hi one time during a football
game. I've got
game.
Saints athletic royalty for just a few moments. It's great. That's a great feed off the inbounds, and the bucket is good and the foul. Paul Rogers is going to get a chance for a three-point play. I believe it was Sam St. John with that feed on the inbounds. Our JV played already this afternoon against Park. This is a matchup we were talking about right at the beginning of our live stream from the championship game last year.
Yeah. It's definitely nice to open the season kind of with a little bit of a rematch. You know, looking at these rosters, both teams basically returned both rosters from last season, so it is a true rematch of sorts. Prettyman
with a nice touch on that floater, and it's 9-5 Saints for sure. This is what you want early in the year, to play a matchup where you know both teams are hungry for a win with where they battled at the end of last February. It's going to be a turnover to the Saints.
It's going to be interesting to see here early season jitters, who's able to work those out a little bit better. You got a senior heavy team with Park and a young group of guys over here for the Saints, mostly sophomores in the starting lineup.
It's another turnover. Bruins coming back. Sam St. John stops, feeds. Goodness. Long three. That was
shot that from the logo.
That was way out. That was on the H in school over there on the far side. Prettyman goes hard. A little bit of contact, no foul. And the Saints working hard on defense. Loose ball. And there's Prettyman out in front of everybody again, and he's going to lay it up. Ooh. And too much English on that. It comes back out. And there's a double dribble.
We are seeing that defensive intensity from the Saints, hallmark of a Brian Howard team. They work really hard on the defensive end and pressure to try to create those turnovers and easy buckets on the other end. Now just got to finish them.
They like to wear people out. After playing a full contest, you know you've played the Saints. Saints actually slow it down here and set up in the half court. Swing the ball to the near side. And a foul is called. It's on Paul Rogers. Joshua King will go to the line with 2 shots. See a former Saint walk in the building here. We got some alum checking it out.
It's a great thing about games around Thanksgiving. Get to see your former Saints coming home and family and friends.
Both free throws missed. A double the championship game back in February with 28 points. I want to say 14 rebounds. Makes that first one with a soft touch. Second one up and in. A little bit of pressure. Tried to poke it from behind. Thought there was a whistle, and there was. Some stopped, some kept going.
Josh King's an interesting addition here this year for the Saints. Brings a little bit more length. Definitely going to be helpful on those presses that coach likes to run.
Cam Epps and Jermaine Kane come into the game for the first time this afternoon. Pretty good crowd here today, knowing it is Thanksgiving Eve. Based off of how 95 and 695 were, you're better off in here right now. Good strong rebound from Epps. Up ahead to Prettyman. He pulls up from 17, and it comes in and out. Kane battling, and they go to the floor. 2-point takedown.
I'll tell you, this Saints team is going to be fun to watch throughout the year. The pace they play at is incredible, and it's going to be interesting to see, especially when we go up some tougher competition in the B Conference, how that pace is sustainable.
What will B Conference have in terms of what will the opponents be as we move up to B Conference?
So the B Conference is definitely loaded with some amazing basketball teams and talent. Last year's winner, St. Mary's, looks like the team to beat again. You know, but we're all over. A lot of Anne Arundel heavy teams. You got some good teams down in Chapelgate and Annapolis area Christian, as well as some local rivals like Curly, who we were able to play last season. So it'll be interesting for the Saints. I think they'll take some lumps for sure, but they'll definitely surprise some people this year.
It's a great interior feed. Jermaine Kane with his first 2. Yeah, a little more spread out in terms of the travel for this team playing in the B Conference.
Absolutely. And, the big thing that's going to, be their issue this year is how they contend with the increased height in the B. I think our tallest guy is in that 6'3", 6'4" range, where we're going to be seeing 6'8", 6'9s every night of the week.
It's a good player control foul taken by Prettyman there, drawing that charge. That's music to a coach's ear when you stand in there and take that hit.
Yeah, coach was fired up over there, huh? And you can see the way his players feed off of him. They love making plays on the defensive end.
Last year, that would really spark the offensive end, making those turnovers, getting out, running a little bit, frustrating opponents. It's an open 3, no good. Got 1:37 left to go in the first quarter. It's a nice feed. A little bit of contact, draws the foul. Seifu with that pass ahead.
Seifu hung in the air there to make that play. It's one of the big differences I think you see sometimes on the boys' side and the girls' side is that hang time in the air is interesting and how that changes defenses.
Vicioso hits that first one. Good battle early on, 13-9. Second one is long. Noah Robinson ahead to Prettyman from the elbow, no good. Spot 3, soft on the rim, but comes off, and again, Saints clear. Noah in a little bit of trouble. Little sloppy on the passing, but still get an open shot. Pretty shot.
Good shot.
Boy,
not falling.
He's going to have to take the lid off that rim. He's had 2 go in and out in this first quarter. But on the other end, the rim didn't come in play. Sam St. John has got 8 early, and it's 13-12.
Swagger on that kid. He's been like that his whole career, just shooting shots, and really gets his team going once he hits one.
Again from the elbow, no good.
Prettyman really struggling to make those shots stick, but the cool thing you like to see, coach has not given him a red light yet. Keep shooting the ball, young man. Keep shooting. They'll fall.
Sometimes you see what just happens there. A little frustration, makes the foul. He's going to get a little break here to end the quarter. Damon Rowlett Jr. comes back in. Inbound to St. John. He's going to hold a little bit here. Shot clock is off, and we've got a foul inside. And so the Bruins are going to get a chance here to take the lead, their first lead of the game, if they can convert on these free throws. There's a little bit of confusion as to who's shooting the free throw. So when I played in high school, if there was confusion, I immediately got in a box out spot on the block and let one of my guards go to the line because you did not want me shooting that free throw.
What do you think your career percentage was?
I can actually tell you, I was about 45% my senior year. Yeah, I was shooting in the lane, and if I shot outside the lane and missed, I was coming out. I had specific instructions. I was there for defensive purposes and rebounds.
Scout against you was Hack-a-Peter, huh?
Hack-a-Peter, yeah, it was. There were some bright moments, but not many from the foul line. There's a good shot right here at the end of the quarter. And the Saints are going to get the lead right back. So at the end of one, 15-14 is our score. At the, I guess we call it the LAC, right? The Lutheran Activity Center.
The LAC.
So let's talk about, while we've got a moment, we'll look back at our fall sports in a second, but we've got a big game coming up here Monday night for our girls. You want to talk a little bit about what we have going on Monday night?
Absolutely. We will play host to Rosedale Christian Academy on Monday night here, our varsity team at 5 o'clock. Should be a great matchup. Rosedale has definitely grown as a program since last year. New coaching staff, some new kids, so it's kind of one of those ones that are fun to play. Not a conference game, but great competition to get ready for the buzzsaw that is B Conference girls basketball. And we have some personal highlights that will be happening that day. Senior Haley Ford, Albany commit. She is 3 points away from her 1,000th point. So that's. Never want to say anything's a sure thing, but good chance that happens Monday night. So be nice to get a home crowd here to support, cheer her on for that achievement. It's a great honor and great achievement, especially considering there was a COVID shortened season in her career.
Sure. And I'm trying to think. We were looking at it a couple days ago. I know there are a few folks that have hit that 1,000 point.
Yeah.
How many do we know exactly?
So I believe we've had 3 over the last few years, with our leader scoring 1,350 points is the career record for our girls basketball program.
And I think I heard that individual actually miss like almost a combined year with injuries and so forth. That is a great move to start the second quarter, and the Bruins back on top. Josh Codrington. (16-15) Park over the Saints.
Great play. It's got to finish.
Had the right idea. Couple quick, crisp passes.
Ooh.
Came up with it, came down with it. It's going to be a jump ball. And with the change of possession from the start of the quarter, it'll go to the Saints. Noah Robinson inbound to Damon. We've got Rowlett Jr. We've got Epps on the floor. We've got Akempa. And we got Jermaine Kane for the Saints here in quarter number 2.
Park sitting back in that 2-3, really enticing the high-low game from the Saints.
And right now we haven't hit a lot from the outside, and so you can pack that thing in pretty good. And another long 3. That one hits back iron, and so the Saints will take over.
The evolution of high school basketball over the last 10, 15 years has been amazing, with where kids are allowed to shoot from.
Yes.
Early 2000s, you're taking that shot, you're taking a seat on the bench. And
we would sneak those shots in before and after practice when coach wasn't looking. That's about it. Joshua King back in the game, and he's looking to shoot. Feeds it inside. Kempa back out to him. Long 2.
Yep, that's a good call by that ref. It was on the line there. Great offensive rebound by the Saints.
Damon drives, dishes. Another long 3, no good.
Great
good offensive
board.
rebound. I think they're going to say it's on the floor. But regardless, Joshua King immediately making his presence known with a good box out and offensive rebound. It'll be Saints underneath. Shot clock will reset to 20. Little trap in the corner. We got a kick ball. That's actually probably the best thing that could have happened right there.
Absolutely.
Not a lot happens good in the corner when you're trapped like that. Robinson to inbound again. This time all 4 Saints in a row at the top of the key. And they reset. Floating a guy into the elbow. There's a floater.
Nice little floater. Man, Saints will be excited to switch halves. Looks like this side of the court is tight rimmed.
Looking for real estate, couldn't find it, threw up a shot, a little wild. Saints come back with it. Spring in his step, King is, as he feeds. Now Akempa takes it back up top. They'll swing it to the other side.
Another long 3.
And there we go. Damon brings rain on that 3.
Hey, we can shoot from outside a little bit as well.
So that's the second three-pointer for the Saints, and they're a case of not moving our feet. Guy moves in between, gets tripped, and there's a foul. And I believe it's going to be the penalty situation, so one-on-one bonus time. Prettyman comes back in. Christian Akempa gets a break.
We got one ref with the 1-and-1 signal up. Okay, there we go.
There it
got
is.
it settled.
That free throw is good. Condrington 3 for 3 early on from the free throw line. Epps in. Rowlett out. Second one is good. He's money. So he's got 6 early on. St. John with 8, and the lead there. Bruins scoring this afternoon.
Good pass.
Cross-court pass, three-pointer off. Bruins now out to run.
Oh.
And another reach. That foul's going to be on Noah Robinson, and it looks like Condrington, who's having quite a day already from that free throw line, is going to get an opportunity with the 1-and-1.
And just another interesting aspect of high school sports. Coddington was supposed to start today. No school, little travel issues. He actually came in late, but his presence was felt immediately once he got on the floor.
No warm-up, and he's hit 5 for 5 from the foul line. That is, boy, I dreamed of days like that. That's fantastic. Chance to tie, and I can't jinx him. He's not even moved the net. 6 for 6 from the foul line. He's got 8. 2020. This is what you want early in the year. A good battle this afternoon. No turkey eaten or cranberries yet. We got some basketball this afternoon before these guys can enjoy Thanksgiving tomorrow. Ball is loose on the floor, and they get a timeout.
Wow.
It's a heads-up play.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell this is early in the year, but these teams, they're battling.
Yeah, it definitely means something. I mean, you like to say each year is a new year, but I don't think teams forget, and everybody wants to start with a nice win. So how about King, man? He's active out there.
Very much so. Yeah, you can tell right away he's fit in nicely with this team, and with a jolt. You can tell he's got a little spring in his step out there. So we finished up winter sports last Friday. Talk about the experience we had. I know the result wasn't what we wanted against St. Mary's in the MIAA B Conference Football Championship, but you were there. I was watching the live stream actually from this room, getting ready for our big Saints Bingo fundraiser. But what was it like for seeing our team out there at Navy?
I mean, you know, this is what you hope sports gives to people, is an opportunity for an amazing experience. And credit to the league for their partnership with Legacy Sports for putting on such an amazing day for our guys. You know, definitely disappointing in the result, but to a man, I think our kids were excited to be there. The big college experience on the field, you know, taking it all in with the Jumbotron in the locker rooms, and just the whole day was pretty amazing. They got a nice team lunch beforehand at a hotel. We got to wear suits, game day suits. So I think overall the kids just loved the opportunity. And you know, the great thing about it is the fight to get back there and to do it again the following year.
Absolutely. Little three-point barrage here as Seifu hits one at one end, and then we go down to the other end, and Joshua King hits one.
I'll tell you, we're not in the same conference, but this Park team is going to be dangerous in the C Conference this year. Returning all the guys back, the way they play. I mean, they're well coached, very disciplined. They know who they are as a team, and they stick to that identity, and it's cool to watch.
And they've had quite a run too. If I look back, I think they've been right in the league championship hunt for every year almost in the last couple decades, it seems. Strong basketball program.
Yep.
Oh,
nice
great
pass.
feed.
Wow.
There he is. We were talking about him earlier. Joshua King with a great feed. Saints take the lead again.
Good call.
Turnover now for the Bruins. Saints can try and extend that 2-point advantage. Well, and going back to the football game, even the Saints Spirit Bus and getting our students there, we were out at noon that day so that more folks could take that in. It was a really cold day. It wasn't like the weather outside today.
Yeah.
But to see us on that stage and be back there again, it's so hard to get back. Says a lot about our coaching staff and about the commitment our boys had all the way back last spring in the weight room and all those things.
Yeah, and I think that's good attack. Attaboy, Epps. Attaboy.
Basket waved off. The charge is called. That's one of those that you hold your ground. The offensive player tried to go around it, but still caught enough of Epps that he got the call.
And, that's a tough call for the casual observer. It looked like Epps maybe was a little bit on the side there, but I do believe the correct call by the ref. He held his ground. He was in position early. Just one of those things. Definitely a momentum changer.
St. John doing a lot of work up at the top. Ooh. And look at that. Blum with a 3. 3 on the back of the jersey. And a 3 that gives Bruins their biggest advantage, 28-25. They've just kind of hung around, and they're scrappy. Okempa waiting to check in.
I mean, this is exactly how they were last year in the champ. They never went away. They played hard, and it's helped them. It seems like the Park faithful have traveled big today. They got a great cheering section, and they feed off of that energy as well.
All right, score's been corrected. Ooh. So it is 26-26, apparently. We're going to go with that. We'll check it all at halftime. Yeah. It's close. Let's just say that. Prettyman looking for a bucket at the top. Can't get it to fall.
Good board by Kane.
The defense has really picked up on this end of the floor. They're not given any room to breathe. And the Bruins clear. Seifu gives it up. There's St. John. That's long. Prettyman with a good board.
Good.
That's
my gosh.
Good look. Looked like Kane didn't have his hands quite up ready to receive that. St. John feeds. That three-pointer's off. So both teams going a little cold here in the latter stage of the first half.
I tell you, these early season things, you like to see the fact that they're giving each other's opportunities down there. They'll work the jitters out. I think a lot of people don't realize the transition between fall and winter is very quick. And a school like ours that has football typically has a lot of athletes that overlap. So, coach has to wait for some kids to come back, especially when you do play in the championship. You miss about the first 2 weeks of basketball season.
Sure. What percentage, if you could guess a little bit, what percentage of our students play more than one sport?
I would say it's fairly significant. We have about 80% of our student body participates in a sport and all, and I would say probably about 40 to 50% of them are multi-sport athletes.
That's kind of what I was thinking. And you look at a school our size with just over 400 students, but that's not the upper school. The upper school's got, I think, between 260, 270 maybe.
Yeah, we're at 288 in the upper school.
Okay.
About 122 girls and 166 boys.
There you go. Wow, look at you throwing those stats out.
I had to turn in enrollment numbers to the league recently, so that's why I know that.
But you
off the
think
top of my
about
head.
all the upper school sports and how big roster sizes are. And when you've got lacrosse and soccer and baseball and football, and basketball, obviously, you just have 5 on the floor at a time. But you do the numbers, and you realize you need 80% of your students to play sports.
And it's a fascinating environment that we have to be able to even pull off. I mean, arguably, we have some of the higher number of sport options of any schools in our league. Looks like we've had another score adjustment here.
All right. It's keeping us on our toes. Apparently, now we're up 1. I like that. We called a timeout and we gained a point. Or maybe they subtracted 1 from the Bruins. So
Well, I'll tell you, it's early season for the players, for the refs, and for the score table too. So we're working on that. We have student managers who do a phenomenal job as the year, and we really depend on them. But you know, they got to get used to some of the speed as well. A lot going on over there, especially on the boys' side. Multiple shot clock changes and a lot going on. So
little chess match here too. Howard called a timeout, and now Connolly called a timeout, and so. There's a little bit of strategy here to try and get momentum going into halftime.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you, the biggest thing I have for you know, anyone that's interested in being a student manager is learning and confidence. You know, a lot of the times where they struggle is being confident in the decision that they've made or what they've written down. So that growth process, you know, it is a process for them as well.
But such a huge help to the program, to the coaches, to you, when
only
you can
reason I'm
actually.
over here.
Yeah, I was just going to say, freed you up a little bit.
And I think it just speaks volumes to our man. That kid is on
Sam St.
fire.
John. That's 3 3-pointers for him in the first half. He's got 11 to lead all scorers.
King with the answer.
He faded a little bit on that, and so the shot did as well. The Bruins have done a good job here in the second quarter getting closer to the rim. They're still getting the outside shots, but they're actually finding their way to the rim. They're just not getting shots to fall.
It looked like Park's going a little offense-defense action here.
They are.
2 quick subs.
It's like watching hockey and seeing the line changes, skating on, skating off. And now Howard in this chess match makes a change, and in for the first time this afternoon is Justin Washington, the senior. Great move to the basket and feed. Kempo with his first basket from the floor here in the first half. Remember, he had 28 in the championship back in February. Hasn't gotten a lot of shots here in the first half, but I'm sure a point of emphasis for them.
Good board.
Defensively.
Man, King is a bright spot. Just seems to be everywhere the ball is.
Every team's got to have that player that just looks like they have unlimited energy, and he appears to be one of those guys that's going to do that at both ends of the floor.
Oh, absolutely. And that's Coach Howard's dream. Again, he looks for guys that can play in this system, that want to run, that want to hustle, that make those plays. And you know, it's not attractive to everybody, I think, but for those guys here, they bought in and they love it.
10 seconds left in the half, so no shot clock. Trying to play for one and get a good shot.
Oh, tough.
And off the travel, we're going to have 4.3 left.
Tell you what's also interesting, the Saints are missing senior Aiden Wise, who's out with a concussion for a few more weeks here, or days hopefully. But this is probably the deepest I've seen Coach Howard go in his bench in his career here, and I think that speaks volumes to the increased level of his players.
Well, and with the pace that they play, that's a huge plus. That shot does not go, and
he is human.
Yeah, how about that? We've played one half, and wow, what a great basketball game we have here this afternoon from the Lutheran Activity Center. 27-27 here at the half. We'll be back with second half action in just a little bit.
How much you paying for commentators these days? Oh my God. I love it. All right, let me hop down here.
Welcome back here to the campus of Concordia Preparatory School in Towson, Maryland. It is Thanksgiving Eve, as you're well aware. We are in a great early season matchup, first game for the Saints, and they get to do it on their home floor, playing last season's rematch of the championship game in the C Conference of the MIAA, and we're knotted up at 27 with Park School Bruins. And we've had quite an extensive conversation happening at the scorers table as they try and sort through. If you were with us in the first half, the score mysteriously changed a couple times as it appeared that there was some discrepancy in the two scorebooks that are kept. We have a game book that the home team takes and then one the visitors take. And so it's being sorted out, and our athletic director joined us in the first half. Hopefully she'll shed some light on all that they've discussed when she comes back up here, if she gets back up here, because she continues to have conversation with the three officials, and now it looks like coaches are being brought in to further discuss. And so, and maybe it's an issue with the shot clock. I'm not sure, so I'm not even going to try and speculate further. But good first half. Saints got out to a quick start. Bruins battled in the second quarter and really brought back to the intensity defensively. Saints have not shot particularly well from the outside, and Park School has shot very well from the charity stripe, from the free throw line. 8 of 9 thus far in the game. Hope you're enjoying watching this wherever you are and whatever made you tune in. If you're rooting for the Bruins, if you're rooting for the Saints, it's a great opportunity to just enjoy some basketball while maybe you're starting to do some prep work of your own for tomorrow's Thanksgiving feast. A day of football and family and food, and perhaps even taking a scan online to those Black Friday deals that now seep into the whole week, it seems, and maybe even all of November. Looks like we've got things squared away, and our athletic director now is making her way across the court. So I know they're not going to start yet. She's coming up here, and we will get things rolling here for the second half. And the Bruins will have the basketball to begin the second half. So I'm going to let her take a seat, and then I'm going to quiz her on all the fun conversations she got to have as an athletic director here as we get ready. And the Bruins are in, and it looks like the score is corrected to 29-27, which is, I believe, actually what I had while I was adding things up here. So there we go. We're going to bring you back up here. Freddie, tell us what that was all about. That was enlightening.
The joys of high school sports. As you know, the home book is actually the correct score. That's by high school rules and FHS rules. So when there is discrepancy, by rule, you must go by the home book. Unfortunately, Park, there seemed to be some confusion about them keeping it. There was some confusion back and forth. And like we said, it's early season. I understand Park's coach, he's probably a little frustrated to see that score change, especially after a great first half. But by rule, the home book, which is kept by Concordia Prep, had the score at 29-27, and that's where we had to change that to.
Sure. Noah Robinson hit a three to start the half, and he launches another one. That one's no good. Now he takes one step to the right, takes that shot, soft off the front of the rim, but no good. Here come back the Bruins. Strong rebound from Josh Codrington. And a foul coming up the court, and now a technical foul. Not what you need with the 5-point cushion.
I'll tell you, this referee has been around for a long time. He's a very seasoned ref, and you know, he's got a tight trigger on what he's going to allow.
Noah Robinson doing a good job coming down and calming him a little bit.
I'm going to have to probably head back down there.
You do what you do, and if you get back up here, we'll be blessed if you come back up here. Both free throws are good from Sam St. John.
Should be 31. Oh.
There she goes. We got all kinds of craziness. We got a kid loose on the court. Our athletic director. This is almost like a little behind the scenes we're getting of athletic director work that Freddie Newman does. 32-29 is our score. While we've got a moment, in the first half, Joshua King with 7, Christian Akempa with 6, Damon Rowlett Jr. with 3, Preslin Prettyman with 4, Noah Robinson with 3, and on the Bruins side, Sam St. John had 11 in the first half. Josh Codrington had 8 in the first half, 6 of those from the foul line. Vicioso with 1, Ryer Bloom with 3, Blum, Paul Rogers with 3, and Michael Seifu with 3. Bruins down by 3 as we get things going here again. Strong move. Basket doesn't fall, but there's going to be 2 shots as Paul Rogers will go to the line. First one's good. Very good free throw shooting team. They were 8 for 9 in the first half. They've started 3 for 3 here in the second half. And now 4 for 4. And I'll tell you what, there's no doubt when those free throws are going up. They're not touching any rim, they go right in. And that's going to be a walk. So even though the Saints hugged to a 1-point lead, the momentum has steered towards the Bruins side here to begin this half. A little bit of pressure. It's a good drive, just left it short. I think was anticipating contact, but Seifu didn't get that contact, and then he makes the foul, and it'll go back to the Saints. Rowlett bringing the ball up, swings it over to Noah Robinson. Back to Robinson again, playing a little catch back and forth. Little 2-man game. There's a nice cut. Akempa. Shot clock at 6. Prettyman goes hard to the basket. And with 1 on the shot clock, it's no good. Saints try to control that board, and they do. It was a good idea there by Epps, but cutting in front of that was Paul Rogers, and the Bruins come back the other way. St. John didn't get to square up on that like he would have wanted. Shot was a little off. He's been really good here this afternoon. Epps gets pushed there as he tries to drive baseline. Saints already with 3 team fouls here in the second half. And now 2 for the Bruins. Shot clock sets to 20 after a foul. Inbound to Epps. He looks to go back to the inbounder to Prettyman. And in the meantime, steps on that out of bounds line, and the official called it, and even Coach Howard called it. Got to know where you are on the floor. And now we've got a 30-second timeout by the Saints to try and regroup. 32-31. Again, if you didn't tune in the first half, these two teams battled it out at the end of February back at Hartford Community College on a Sunday afternoon. The MIAA Conference Championship. Saints came out on top. It was closer than the score would indicate. They pulled away 72-53 to record the first basketball championship for the boys in school history. Concordia Prep was opened as Baltimore Lutheran back in 1965, so a historic day with a very young team, starting 5 freshmen. And now you see a lot of these guys on the floor are sophomores, so still a very young team. The only seniors on this team are Justin Washington Aiden Wise, who's out with an injury, and Cam Epps, who is on the floor right now. Take that back. They had 4 freshmen start. Josh Pouncey, who's actually taken in this game here, home for Thanksgiving, also was on the floor, I believe, to start that game. He had 14 in that game. Okempa had 28 to lead the Saints. Saints up by 1 early in the second half. Defense for the Bruins has definitely got more intense as this game has gone on. Okempa makes that shot. Looks like he may have got hit in the face going up for that. Incidental contact. And we got a jump ball now. Looks like Jermaine Kane is going to come in. He comes in for Epps. Kane's given good minutes down low. He's a sophomore. Rowlett, Manning at the top. Feeds to the far side. That shot's no good from Robinson. Here come back the Bruins, looking to tie with a 3 or cut it to 1 with a 2. Good strong move, and we've seen that happen in this game. Balls going in and out at that on this left side of your screen, and it did it to the Saints a couple times in the first half, and now it happens to the Bruins, but there's going to be 2 shots for Seifu. This is his first time to the free throw line, and just like everybody else, money on the free throw for the Bruins this afternoon. Codrington out. Blum back in. And that one goes. Putting on a clinic at the free throw line this afternoon. Very disciplined team. Lead is 1. Good save there. Robinson misses. And here come the Bruins with a chance to take the lead. We've got Codrington. Actually, he's out of the game right now. That was Seifu with the ball. Shoots from about 17, no good. Prettyman battles underneath with St. John. Pass ahead to Okempa, and he makes it. He's now got 10, lead back up to 3. Seifu misses on that layup in traffic. There is a foul. Foul's on Prettyman, so it's going to stay Bruins basketball. Lead is 3. Joshua King back in. Rowlett out. Got a stack at the top of the key. Everybody splits. Blum with the basketball. Shot clock at 15. Codrington now back in the game, and he operates there. Drives and dishes to the corner. Shot clock at 4. And there's a steal by Kane. Prettyman with the layup is good. It's his first basket in the second half. He's got 6. Saints up 5. Some contact there. Bruins clear. They're in the front court now. Getting physical here in the second half. Refs letting him play a little bit. That's a good baby hook right there. Paul Rogers with his first bucket in the second half. He's got 7. Lead cut back to 3. Looking to pick and roll. Prettyman with the long 3, and it's good. First trifecta from Presley Prettyman. Lead back up to 6, and now in the backcourt, putting some pressure on the Bruins. They clear it. 3-point attempt, no good. Good strong rebound and foul. Paul Rogers snuck in there for that rebound. Got the Saints player up in the air, and will go back to the line. Bruins 6 for 6 from the foul line here in the second half. They were 8 for 9 in the first half. Makes the first one. So if you ever want a clinic of why free throws matter, not a lot of field goals this afternoon for the Bruins. In fact, they've got 4 2-pointers. They've got 5 3-pointers. And a lot of free throws, and they finally miss one. 7 for 8 in the second half, 8 for 9 in the first half, 15 of 17 from the foul line. That three-pointer no good. Follow is there. And so Kane called for a foul at one end, gets the offensive board, and draws the foul on the other. And I do not have in front of me the foul situation, but I would guess the Saints have some guys with 3 at this juncture of the game based off the amount of free throws that Park has shot this afternoon. Kane misses that first one. Makes that second one. And here go the Saints running. Kempa. But a turnover, and now it's going back the other way. Rogers, one-handed, draws a foul. Noah Robinson picks that up. Rogers back to the line. Missed his last one, but he made his first 4. He makes that one with the soft touch. (16 of 18 here in the ball game. 3 for 6 for the Saints. Well, free throws keeping the Bruins right in this one. Second one is good. Three-pointer is long. King pounds his fist after that one. He wanted that one to go. Three-pointer, also no good. Back to the Saints. 1:17 left to go in the third quarter. Saints cling to that 4-point lead. Operating Kempa from the elbow, and now he drives. Good move, misses. There's the rebound. Joshua King bringing the energy, offensive board and bucket. He's got 9. Floater, no good. Kane with the rebound. Epps controls it. Looking, wants to go up court, and does to Okempa. Misses on that one. Again, offensive rebound. It's Epps, misses it. Slapped out of bounds off the Saints. Coach Howard trying to get his team to slow it down a little bit and play smart. Pressure now in the backcourt again, at least from Noah Robinson. It's about 12 seconds differential between the shot clock and game clock. Seifu misses. And Saints can play for one. Will they? Let's see. And he's backing it up now. 15 seconds left in the quarter. King with the basketball, and we've got a kick. 11.5 left to go in quarter number 3. After the discussion at halftime, Saints were up 2 coming into the second half, now up 6, so they've extended the lead. bringing in some extra offense here for this last possession. Presley Prettyman back in. He's got 9 in the contest. King now holding the ball. And now they go. Into the free throw line, then back out, misses that 3, and that's where this quarter is going to end. Through 3 quarters, still a great ball game. Bruins down 6 to the Saints. We'll be back with the 4th quarter in just about 60 seconds. We head to the 4th quarter. Season opening matchup for the Saints, who have moved up to the B Conference here in the MIAA, but they're playing the team they beat in last year's C Conference championship, the Park School Bruins. Saints outscored the Bruins by 4 there in the 3rd quarter and have a 6-point advantage. Presley Prettyman will inbound it to Joshua King as we open the 4th quarter. Saints moving from left to right. Bruins moving from right to left. Robinson, cross-court pass. And now we see another one from Prettyman to Okempa, who tries the reverse, blocked by the rim. Bruins looking to go to the basket. Robinson all over that, blocks it out of bounds. Shot clock reset there, but it shouldn't have. Seifu looking to inbound, and it's swatted away, and here come the Saints. Okempa gets that dish from Robinson. Good court vision there to throw that pass up. Robinson to Okempa. Shot clock at 4. Long 3, and he's going to get fouled on the 3-pointer right as the shot clock was getting ready to hit 0. Codrington 1 of 2 thus far on these 3 shots. He was 6 for 6 in the first half. And now we got, oh, what do we do? What do we do? We need somebody to go up and get that. Thank you, Mr. Robinson. So the first struggles from the free throw line today for the Bruins. And it actually goes to a jump ball situation there. And with the Saints getting the ball first in the 4th quarter, it goes back to the Bruins on a play like that. You can't assume that the defensive team gets that rebound, so you just call it a jump ball. That three-pointer is wild and long. Presley, Prettyman, a little give and go from King. Nice touch for Prettyman. He's got 8 in the second half, 12 in the game. And a forced turnover there as Prettyman comes back, forces that pass out of bounds, and the Bruins will take time out. Down 9, and so the Saints have now extended this, I believe, to their biggest lead of the game, if not really, really close to the biggest lead of the game. Winter sports alive and well, even though the temperature outside today in the 60s. Won't be that all week, but it is today. Girls back in action here, our varsity girls Monday night. Our athletic director, Freddie Newman, was talking about it in the first half. Haley Ford looks to become in select company with 1,000 points in her Saints career. She needs 3. So come on out Monday afternoon for that if you can. The girls reached their championship game last year, fell a little bit short. They are a senior-heavy team, while this team is younger. And then middle school sports will kick in, too. So we've got 6:39 left to go in the game. 48-39 is our score. Prettyman to inbound. King will bring it up. That 3 is off. St. John with the rebound. He's been quiet the second half. He had 11 in the first half. He's got 2 free throws here in the second half. Paul Rogers now. Little 10-footer. Gets his own miss. Tries to go up, but he's fouled by Kane. Gotta love the effort from Rogers. Kane tried to go straight up. Rogers drew the contact. Coach Howard doesn't like it. But it'll be 2 shots for Paul Rogers. Rogers 5 for 6 on the foul line here in the second half. With his 11th point now. Lead is cut to 8. Misses that free throw. So perhaps as the legs get a little fatigued here in the latter part of the game, the free throw shooting not as crisp as it was early on. Looks like they were resetting a shot clock there. Good ball movement there by the Saints. Okempa misses from about 8. But I like the way the Saints are moving the basketball here. A little more crisp than we saw in the early part of this game. Perhaps first game jitters a little bit, but not that now. Prettyman dives into the first couple rows, slaps a high 5. Bruins will have possession of this basketball, trying to cut into this 8-point deficit. Rogers gets stripped. King comes in and takes that away. Okempa with 2. That pressure again, just taking them out of the offense a little bit. St. John misses that 3. Big, strong board by Kane. Robinson ahead to Prettyman, and he walked. He saw some daylight in front of him, and he knew what he wanted to do. The legs just got going a little bit before he put the ball down. King creating all kinds of havoc in the backcourt, and he's going to get called with the body. Saints are in the double bonus now, so the Bruins will shoot 2. So with the 10th team foul, this is not what you want when you're the Saints, although there's a missed free throw there by Codrington. He's missed 3 of his last 4 after hitting his first 6. You don't want to give the opponent a chance to score points with no time coming off the clock. He makes 1 of 2. Lead is 9. 5 minutes left in the game. And now the Bruins extend their pressure a little bit. They kind of packed in a 2-3 zone in the first half. Saints weren't hitting from the outside, but now knowing Saints may be running some clock, they're trying to extend the defense and force them to do something before they want to. And there they get a turnover and an easy bucket. Let's bring it right down the floor. That's Reggie Smith, his first 2 points. So perhaps in there for his defense, but gets the layup. Lead cut to 7. There's a 3-pointer. What you don't want to do with this lead is just settle for 3-pointers. You want to get to the basket. And now it's a 5-point game. Seifu with his first bucket in the second half. He's got 7. Crowd comes alive here. A lot of Park fans here. Lead's been cut to 5. Seifu with the foul, trying to extend that defense. Only 5 team fouls, I believe, for the Bruins here in the second half. So no 1-on-1 penalty yet. Robinson back over to Prettyman. Over to Kane. Great feed to Kane. Good look. Very nonchalant. Didn't even realize what hit him, the Bruins did, before Kane put that ball in the basket. We've had a ball get stuck and wedged at the rim, and now we have one that hits that wire hanging above the basket, and so it'll go back to the Saints. Kempa back in. Cam Epps takes a seat. Lead is 7. This one doesn't feel comfortable at all. A lot of time left. They're content swinging around the perimeter until they get the shot they want. Prettyman misses that, but a good follow. Kempa, I believe he's got 16 of the game, 10 in the second half. Lead back up to 9. And this is a time of the game where the Bruins need to score on their end and not allow a basket on the other end. And there's a 3-pointer from Reggie Smith. So he's got 5 really quickly here in the fourth quarter. Lead cut back to 6. And a walk. So Smith had not scored in the first 3 quarters, gets a layup off a steal, and then that 3-pointer from the corner. And now a little conversation between an official and Coach Howard. It was a good cut, but thrown behind him. Saints come back the other way. 2:45 left to go. Saints trying to run a little bit of clock. Prettyman looks at the 3, steps in, is fouled, and he's going to get 2 shots. We were talking in the first half about how this game of basketball has evolved over the last 10 to 15 years. The faster pace, the shots taken from further away with ease. Guys like Steph Curry have helped bring that into light. Effortless shots from 25, 30 feet you see now. Lots of 3-pointers taken. But it also opens up the inside. Prettyman makes them both. Those are 2 big free throws. Trying to keep that lead right where it is. It's at 8 now with 2:30 left to go in the game. But the other thing that's happened, the evolution of the game, is the shoe game. We got pink shoes, we got green shoes, we got blue shoes. Gone are the days of the big high tops. A lot of them wear low or mid. I would have never dreamed of doing that back in my high school days. You wore high tops, protecting those ankles. Now you wrap them, and Saints trying to run out this clock, but turn it over. There wasn't a whole lot of resistance there, just weren't crisp with the passing. Definitely will be a nice point of emphasis when these guys get on the floor for practice here in a couple days. Lead is 8. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left. All these colorful shoes, though, I think one of the things that I think about is I wear a size 15. If I put on a pink shoe that's a size 15, you're going to think the circus just rolled into town. So these guys can carry that off far better than I can. This has been a great early season matchup as the Saints get ready to be in the B Conference for the first time in school history, or at least in recent memory. It's not going to be easy. St. Mary's very tough. Our AD, Freddie Newman, was with us in the first half, was talking about these are schools, a lot of them a lot bigger in enrollment, draw from a bigger pool of kids. Coach Howard, though, has done a great job with this program. Both teams, varsity and JV, were in championship games a year ago. The JV played Park's JV before this contest and had a very solid, decisive victory. And there have definitely been some things in this game that as they watch some film, they will have some things to work on. The passing's got a little sloppy at times. Now, that's going to happen when you play the up-tempo game that the Saints do. But some of that you got to clean up. Learning to play with a lead. Still get quality shots while running some clock. It's a great feed to Seifu. Misses it. Good rebound by King, and no sense of hurry necessarily needed by the Saints. Coach Howard sensed that King was in a tight spot and called a timeout. He had one. So he can teach here a little bit. You want close games early in the season. Helps mature your team for those big games down the stretch as you get into conference play. And as this happened here, like happens at a lot of smaller private schools, you've got multiple sport athletes. And so you've got some football guys that have only got a few days of practice joining these teams, our JV and our varsity. So they're still learning a little bit of the culture, the chemistry, the teamwork, the plays. But a great effort here this afternoon. Many of these basketball players this fall, at the strong encouragement of Coach Howard, ran cross country here. So we got to cheer them on a couple home meets. They competed in the MIAA championship cross country. So these guys are in shape. You can tell, while the shots might not be falling like they're in mid-season form, the legs are there as they've got a lot of energy with 1:58 left. They've had tantalizing defense. They've rebounded the basketball well. Balanced scoring. Trying to run some clock. Epps with the 3. I'm sorry, that's Rowlett with the 3. Bruins got to score quick. Three-pointer is short. And there's a rebound by Okempa. Bruins got to extend the defense here with 1:30 left. And when they do, Saints beat them. Noah Robinson with the bucket. St. John finds Smith in the corner. That's long. Okempa's got a guy all the way down the court, Noah Robinson, and he throws it down at the flush. Exclamation point as the Saints hit 60. The lead is 12. And now we're running both ends of the floor. Paul Rogers with 2. He's had a nice game for the Bruins. Saints do not need to push now. There is a foul. Not the penalty situation yet, only the 6th-team foul for the Bruins. The lead now is 10, 60-50. Bruins will match up man-to-man, do a quick foul. stop that clock and force the Saints to shoot free throws as they try to still get back into this one. Almost get a steal. Seifu knocks it back out of bounds. Prettyman will inbound again. Prettyman looked at him and said, "You got to give me room." So the referee backs up Paul Rogers a little bit. Can't reach over that imaginary line, and that's a backcourt. I could see that unfolding almost in slow motion. If you're going to throw it in the backcourt, make sure he has already established possession in that backcourt. All good things, though, early in the year that the next practice they can talk about, get at. Quick basket there by St. John. That's his first basket from the floor in the second half after having 11 points in the first half. Quick foul, and now we will see free throws, at least one, as it's a penalty situation for the Saints. 39.8 seconds left. Rowlett to shoot. First time he's been to the line today. One in the bonus. And it's long. A save. But the Bruins get it. Smith now looking to shoot. They got to get a quick shot here. St. John finds no real estate. Seifu, long three is good. Not done yet. Bruins down 5, 23.6 seconds left. It's like a 12-round fight. It's going to go right to the bell at the end. Saints were up 10 with a minute left. Bruins have shaved 5 off in just about half of that minute. Middle school basketball will kick in here after Thanksgiving. One gym, and this gym gets scheduled like crazy once we hit this time of year. There are practices, games going on from right after school at 3 o'clock until late into the evening. Of course, here it looks like it's 10:30 at night, and you go, oh, it's only 5 o'clock. It gets really dark here. For this guy that lived in Texas for a long time, it's a little jolt to the system to see how dark it gets by 5 o'clock here this time of year. But lots of games, lots of basketball. If you're in the Towson area, you can check our website, find ways to come out and just watch some good basketball. All of these teams extremely well coached. Lots of our student body not only playing, cheering, coming out for these games. And then in the spring, I'm impartial to the spring sports a little bit because I'm the baseball coach here, but lacrosse and baseball and track. Almost a travel there from Okempa. They got to beat down the court, and they find Prettyman. And he has good body control and puts that in, and that should do it. Prettyman's had a huge second half, 11 points. 5 seconds left. Clock's going to run out. Okempa with a little slap off the backboard as he makes that layup, and that's going to do it here from the Lutheran Activities Center here at Concordia Preparatory School. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Saints win by 9, 64-55. We thank you for tuning into the AC Sports Network, and make sure you check it out. Subscribe so you can be up to date on all the AC Sports Network action, particularly when the Saints are in action. Thank you, John Miller, for producing. Enjoy some cranberries, enjoy some football, enjoy some turkey and stuffing. On this Thanksgiving Eve, the Saints are victorious over the Bruins of Park School, 64-55. Good night from Concordia Prep.